Welcome to the Dodgers Blue News channel. Before we get into the news, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. Now let's get to the latest on the Dodgers. Hey there, Dodgers fans. Come closer because there's a hot new rumor on the horizon involving a big-name player, Rafael Devers. In the middle of the chaos unfolding in Boston, the Dominican slugger might be closer to Los Angeles than ever. Things have been tense in Red Sox territory. After signing Alex Bregman to take over third base this offseason, Devers had to step aside. Even though he's one of the most dangerous hitters in the league, he lost ground defensively to the Gold Glove newcomer and ended up being moved to the designated hitter role, something the number 11 clearly didn't appreciate. And the drama didn't stop there. After Tristan Casas went down with a serious injury, the team approached Devers again, this time to cover first base. But he didn't hide his frustration. He went as far as saying the Red Sox can't expect me to play every possible position, which led to a tense meeting with the front office. The atmosphere in Boston is clearly far from ideal. Despite all this, a trade doesn't seem imminent, at least for now. But with Devers off to a slower than expected start this season, the picture could change. And if it does, Los Angeles looks like a natural landing spot. Behind the scenes, a proposal is already floating around, one that would have Rafael Devers wearing Dodger blue. In exchange, Boston would receive 4 young prospects: Josue De Paula, Alex Freeland, River Ryan, and Hyun-Suk Jang, for names that show just how strong the Dodgers farm system continues to be. While the big league team is racking up wins and star power, made clear by last season's World Series win and the arrival of Shohei Ohtani, the future remains just as bright. According to MLB.com, the Dodgers have 5 of the top 100 prospects in all of baseball. That means strength in the present and plenty of firepower for trades that could shape the future, like this one involving Devers. The Dodgers engine keeps humming at full speed, always ready to take the next leap toward the top. And if the whispers behind the scenes are any indication, another elite piece could be on its way. A potential move to bring Devers to Los Angeles wouldn't just be bold, it would be a blockbuster. With 26 wins and the best record in the league so far, the Dodgers aren't desperate for reinforcements. But in Los Angeles, luxury often becomes necessity. And if there's one thing this team doesn't fear, it's spending big. The payroll is practically limitless, opening doors few other clubs can walk through. Even without a glaring hole in the lineup, third base remains the most vulnerable spot. Max Muncy has built a legacy in Dodger blue with 2 championships and 2 All-Star appearances. But at 34 years old and batting just .197 this season, his production is showing signs of decline. The addition of Devers would bring both youth and power to the lineup and return him to his natural position, something that's clearly been a point of tension in Boston. And here's another important factor: Devers' contract. A 10-year, $313 million deal running through 2033. A price tag that might scare off most teams, but not the Dodgers. As they've proven in recent off-seasons, they're more than willing to take on that kind of commitment. And with the need for long-term security at the hot corner, the fit starts to make both technical and financial sense. With their current roster, the Dodgers are already a powerhouse. Adding Devers could take them to an entirely new level. And as always, the front office is watching closely, ready to pull off another masterstroke. For Rafael Devers, putting on a Dodgers uniform would be more than just a change of scenery. It would be a chance to join one of the most prestigious and ambitious franchises in Major League Baseball. In Los Angeles, he would leave behind Boston's instability for a world-class organization, a star-studded clubhouse, and an environment where winning isn't just expected, it's the standard. With the Dodgers, Devers could focus entirely on what he does best: hitting. Surrounded by names like Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman, and Shohei Ohtani, he wouldn't have to shoulder the offensive load alone. Instead, he'd be one of many threats in a deep lineup, which could help boost his performance and restore the confidence that's been shaken by all the drama in Boston. At third base, he'd take on a central role, both on the field and in the team's long-term plans. He'd be the natural successor to Max Muncy, bringing youth, power, and consistency to the position. At just 27 years old, Devers would have room to grow, establish himself as a lineup cornerstone, and help lead the next generation of success in Los Angeles. More than just a splashy addition, Devers would represent an investment in offensive excellence and defensive stability. On a team like the Dodgers, he'd have the infrastructure, ambition, and stage to shine brighter than ever. For the Dodgers, acquiring a player like Rafael Devers would be far more than a boost. It would be a strategic, high-impact move with both immediate and long-term benefits. In a roster already packed with talent, Devers would arrive as a premium piece, ready to raise the competitive level of a team that already runs like a winning machine. Offensively, Devers is elite. With power to all fields, the ability to drive and runs consistently, and a presence in every major offensive stat, he fits perfectly with the aggressive, efficient style that defines the Dodgers lineup. Among stars like Betts, Freeman, and Ohtani, his bat would bring depth to the heart of the order, making the offense even harder to contain. He wouldn't have to carry the load alone, like he often did in Boston. Instead, he'd be a devastating cog in a relentless attack. Defensively, Devers would return to his natural spot at third base, where he can contribute with consistency. While not a defensive standout, his solid play at the hot corner would be more than sufficient within the Dodgers' well-structured system, which knows how to maximize each player's value using data, smart positioning, and constant adjustments. And beyond that, Los Angeles offers a support system that knows how to handle big names and keep the focus on performance, away from distractions. Off the field, the Dodgers' environment promotes stability. The organization is built around high performance, but also around support. Players are surrounded by elite professionals, from coaches to analysts to trainers, helping them stay healthy, focused, and productive. Devers would find himself on a stage of excellence, with the structure to thrive. From a long-term perspective, his arrival would also make perfect sense. A 10-year contract might intimidate some clubs, but not the Dodgers. They've shown they plan for the next decade while still competing at the highest level. With Max Muncy entering the twilight of his prime and no clear long-term successor at third base, Devers would fill an important gap now and well into the future. Rafael Devers on the Dodgers would be the perfect fusion of need and opportunity. He'd bring youth, power, and consistency to a key position and would fit into a mature, winning, and well-led roster. For the Dodgers, he wouldn't just be another big name on the payroll. He'd be a calculated investment with clear upside and the potential to leave a lasting legacy at Dodger Stadium. The possible arrival of Rafael Devers in Los Angeles would be bold, but entirely aligned with the franchise's winning mindset. The Dodgers don't need major changes to stay at the top. They already lead the league in wins, boast one of the deepest rosters in baseball, and have a rock-solid foundation for both the present and future. But it's exactly that aggressive, strategic approach that has kept Los Angeles a perennial powerhouse. Viewed through a technical and tactical lens, the trade makes perfect sense. Devers, even amid a shaky start to the season, remains one of MLB's top hitters. He would bring immediate offensive value while solving one of the Dodgers' few weak spots, third base. With Max Muncy struggling and approaching the end of his peak years, Devers would be the ideal solution, offering youth, power, and long-term security. Financially, the Dodgers have already shown they're not afraid to take on major contracts. And Devers' $313 million deal through 2033 is yet another opportunity to lock down a key position without compromising the team's future. With planning, flexibility, and organizational depth, the Dodgers are fully capable of handling such a commitment. The proposed trade, involving 4 promising prospects, carries a notable price, but it's in line with the team's philosophy. With one of the most respected farm systems in the league, the Dodgers can afford to part with future talent in exchange for proven, high-impact production at the top level. Adding Rafael Devers would be the kind of move that defines a franchise with championship ambition. He fits the system, boosts the clubhouse, and strengthens a roster that's already built to win. For a team that's made success a habit, Devers could be the next step in building a dynasty. Now I want to hear from you. Do you think the Dodgers should go all in to bring Rafael Devers and further solidify their dominance in Major League Baseball? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Until next time, Dodgers Nation.